Let's take a look at doing a client-side attack with BeEf. BeEf is a graphical web browser-based hacking tool. Let's update our Kali Linux. I already did sudo apt update. We also want to do sudo apt, and I usually do dist upgrade, distribution upgrade. -y means we don't have to answer any more questions. We also want to make sure that our Windows 11 and our Kali Linux are both on the same NAT network ethical hacking. And they both are. This is a NAT network we created earlier in these tutorials. If you don't have one, you want to create a new ethical hacking NAT network. And we use 10.10.1.0/24, and we enable DHCP. That allows us to hack into Windows 11 and not disturb anybody else on your network at home. We also want to make sure that we're getting the IP address in the right range. So here I am, 10.10.1.1. That's part of the same network. That's the default gateway. My address is 10.10.1.6. So my Windows machine is ready. Kali Linux is still updating. We are ready to install BeEf. Sudo apt install BeEf-XSS. Sudo password. Oh, you have to spell install right. There we go. It says it's going to install all this stuff. We say yes. And that may take a few moments. BeEf is installed. If we go up to our Kali menu and type in BeEf, there it is. And we're going to do BeEf-XXS, password 01. We need the sudo password, and we have to have different credentials for BeEf. So I'm going to use password 02. And in a moment, it's going to show up. There we go. It brings up a web browser. There we are. Log in with BeEf. And password 02. We don't need to save it. All right. So we've got BeEf up and running. Now let's set everything up so that we can hook somebody. All right. Let's get this guy out of the way. For now, we need to change directories to the root of the Apache web server. So we're going to use that to hook somebody. I'm going to use gAny just because I like gAny. If you don't have gAny, you can use nano, you can use whatever you want. If you want to install gAny, sudo apt install gAny. We're going to edit index.html. There it is. That is the default page for the Apache web server. Well, we are going to delete everything in there and put in this little script. So Control A selects everything. Control V puts in our script path, which is aiming right for a folder in our BeEf. Right, there is where it's heading. Save that. Now we want to change that to the local IP address because 127.0.0.1 cannot be accessed from outside. So we're going to bring up our command prompt again. IP space A gives us our IP address. So we're going to put in 10.10.1.5. That can be accessed from outside of Kali Linux. So 10.10.1.5. Oh, numlock has to be on. There we go. I lost my cursor. There she be. There. That allows for the target machine, the victim, to access this. Of course, we have to figure out some way to make them access it. Usually a phishing email is a good way to do it. This is what you call a proof of concept, so we're not going to worry too much. We're going to start the Apache 2 web service. And if no errors come back, that means that it worked. All right. Next step. Go back to our Windows 11. Log in. Password 01. Oh, I thought I had this set up. Okay, I don't want to diddle around with all this. All right, so we're going to do HTTP because this is not an encrypted website. And you substitute your Kali IP address for 127.0.0.1, 10.10.1.5. And it'll be a blank web page because the script is run and you don't even know it's run. All right, let's take a look at our Kali machine and go into our, there it is, into our BeEf. Ooh, look at here. We got somebody hooked. Somebody's on the line. So this is our Windows machine. Coming in at port 80. We got a hold of him. If we click on here, look at all the things we can do. Details show us all kinds of stuff about our person that we have hooked. Now, if we go to the, where is it, network map? There it is, network. This gives us a little map of, here's our Windows machine. This is our network. There's our hooked browser going into BeEf, which is us. Yes, we got him. We got him. All right, in BeEf, we go to the Commands tab. There we go, and look at all these things we can do. So we're just going to do a couple. Browsers. We're going to go to hooked domain. Let's see. Hooked. Now it's in here somewhere. So hooked domain is the folder that we're in. We go down to create alert dialog. And I'm going to put in a message. Well, that looks like a good message to me. Click execute. And then we go over to Windows and see if it worked. Uh-oh, look at there. This guy's wondering, well, what's going on here? What's happening here? Well, let's try another one. Let's see, BeEf. I'm going to close the browsers. We're going to go to create prompt dialog. There it is, create prompt dialog. There's my prompt. Execute. Go over to Windows. Let's get this guy out. Oh, we probably need to run. Oh, there it is. It says hello. You're supposed to type something in. So far, so good. Now, I typed in something here and clicked OK before I recorded it. Back here, here's the result. I just hit OK. Let's re-execute this command again. And we'll do it the right way. Please enter your password. Then we execute. Go back to Windows. To Windows. Uh-oh. Well, I must have to enter my password to get to this website. Oh, well, that didn't do any good. So let's look back at Linux and see what we captured. Oh. There we are. We got them. All right. So now we're going to go up here to miscellaneous. And we're going to go down to raw JavaScript. Should be right down here somewhere. Yep, raw JavaScript. And there's already a JavaScript code in here. So we click execute. Go over to Windows. Oh yeah, raw JavaScript. Boy, we got this guy going. And the last thing we're going to do is, oh, there's more to do. We're going to do a rickroll on them. So BeEf, we go back to browser again. And hook domain, which we are in. Redirect browser. There we go. Redirect browser. It's right in front of me. Redirect browser, rickroll. All right, let's do that. Executed. Well, let's try that. Oh, there it is. Ah, they must have moved the video. Last time I did this last year, it had, oh, there he is. All right, we got rickrolled. We just didn't know it. Anyway. Next one, social engineering. Go up here. Move that up. Social engineering. Pretty theft. That's an interesting one. Pretty theft's going to give us a fake Facebook page. Execute. And, well, doesn't exactly look like Facebook, but it could be. People don't really pay attention. Well, it looks like it's sort of legitimate. Uh-oh. That didn't work. I'm not back into Facebook. Well, that doesn't matter, because now I have your username and password. One last one. We're going to social engineering. We're going to fake notification bar. There it is. And we go back to Windows and uh-oh, well, Java has not been used for quite some time, but most people aren't going to know that. Anyway, with BeEf, we've got our person on the run. Of course, we have to get them to go to our website, and this is not usually going to be on your local domain, your local network. You'd have to have a real website someplace that you get redirected to. Regardless, this is a good, fun proof of concept that works.